Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to another Smite Arena video. This time I am playing Loki, the Norse Trickster God, or the God of Mischief. He is an assassin. I've played him about 3 or 4 times maybe at the point of recording this video. Had a few games with him that weren't so good, and also had a few that were mired by disconnects and people leaving, so it took a while to actually get a video that was decent and worth putting forward. Assassins aren't my best sort of class in these games. I much prefer ranged or the more tanky guardians, but I'm trying to work my way through all of them, so I thought I would give him a go. I originally ended up pulling him as a random in an assault, which was a game that didn't end too well because people kept disconnecting. So I kept trying to play him in arena, and then I was having problems with people picking him or just picking lots of assassins, which then ended up me picking somebody else. So it took a while to actually get this video down. So I'm picking up a blink because you need a lot of mobility as an assassin, especially as Loki. He's not too difficult to play. His abilities are quite straightforward. His passive is an ability called Behind You, which essentially means I do more damage if I attack from behind. My first ability, which I popped just there, is Vanish. Makes me go invisible for a short period of time. I move more quickly while I'm invisible. I also am immune to slows and take less damage. And if I attack somebody from being invisible, or within 2 seconds of coming out of it, I do increase damage. My second ability, called Decoy, which I'm just about to pop here, places a little decoy of myself down on the ground. Now this attracts minions. The creep wave will attack it for a few seconds, and after a few seconds it also explodes, doing a little bit of damage to anything around it. You can also use it to body block enemy heroes if they're trying to escape, but you do have to be relatively well aimed with it. My third ability, which I can't remember the name, I think it's Targeted Strike, which if I pop that, it's basically a self buff that gives me a little bit more attack power for the next few seconds as I drop my decoy again. And my fourth ability, my ulti, is called Assassinate, which basically allows me to blink to a target location, and if there's an enemy god there, I actually backstab them, putting a bleed effect on them and doing a lot of damage to them. So I've popped my Vanish to try and run down Scylla, but our Scylla already got her. So down goes the decoy to try and slow down the creep wave. Decoy's not all that good for getting rid of the creep wave, but it's very good for slowing it down, as their Loki gets a kill on our tier. So we're a minute and a half in, almost 2 kills on each side. We are 6 tickets ahead. Now I'm actually building items in a slightly different manner here. I can't remember the name of the item now. Terrible memory today. But there is a hammer that you can build, a frost hammer. And that's the first item that I'm building before I even build boots, because what that actually gives you, as I go in and try and take out Kang, and I get the kill and then try and run away quickly, is when the hammer is complete, any successful attacks against enemies will actually slow them down. And that's really good for assassins, because assassins actually have a very quick attack speed, which means you can actually keep hitting them and stop them from running away. Just putting it in here. Yes, it's the Frostbound Hammer. There we go. So it gives me a little bit of extra health, but also slows down anyone who I attack with it. So now is a good time to pick up the first level of my boots, as our Uller picks up a kill on their Scylla. In again with the decoy, just to cause some trouble. I see that Shaq and Loki are going on our Uller. I use my Assassinate and go in on Shaq, but Chunga takes the kill. I then try and chase down their Loki, but it's too fast for me, so I decide to get out of there before I run myself into trouble, which I often do. Forwards I go with the decoy. That should slow down the creep wave long enough for our guys to take them out. I see Kang and Scylla out there on their own. I go in and manage to take out Scylla. Have to run away pretty quickly. Used pretty much all of my mana, as our Uller picks up the kill on their Kang. But Loki then gets his own back, and their Uller picks up the kill on our Chungi. So, in comes my next level of boots. Get some more speed, and go for some more attack power. In again with the decoy, just sort of round up the minions. As you can see, they're all moving in to attack it. Once again, check going on our Allure. Think about going in for him. I pop my Vanish, he's running away. He pops his Lightning Storm, his little heal. And I figure, yep, it's not worth staying around in that. So I back off a little bit. There's a little creep wave that's got through, so in goes the decoy. Just sticking to the outside edges. I see Shaq is trying to portal back, and I see if I can go on him. Thought maybe he was out of mana, which he was. I managed to get in there, get a few hits, but then he disappears on me. Not too sure where he went. And then Ao Kang starts attacking me, so I decided to just run away because he's still chasing me down the outside. So I hit my invisibility, he doesn't know where I've gone, so he panics and hits his fast movement, drops another whirlwind on me, and his ulti, which takes me down to almost nothing. I tried to get behind him. I figure I can probably kill him before he kills me, which was a really stupid idea, as he picks up the kill on me. So that's my first death, 2 kills, 1 death, 3 assists, at the 4-minute mark, as I pick up the next level of my boots. But we are still slightly ahead in ticket numbers. So as I was saying, with the assassins, what you really need to do with these guys is sort of keep them at the back or keep them on the edge. Watch in, wait for your moment, look for people on their own, people that are isolated, people that you can pick off. You shouldn't be sort of in at the front leading the charge. So I see their Scylla about to go. I'm a monster from both Scyllas at the same time, attacking everything in the middle towards where the siege minion is. In goes the decoy to try and slow some stuff down. I see that Ao Kang is on low health. I go in behind him and manage to get the kill. Also see Chak trying to teleport out there. Manage to interrupt that. Almost get the kill on him when their Loki decides that he's going to have me for breakfast. Again, I shouldn't have tried to take him on there. I didn't have the support from my team. So I start to build my, is it Jotun's Wrath I start going for next, which will give me some cooldown reduction as well as physical penetration. So I'll be able to get past their armor a little bit more easily, and it will also reduce the cooldown on my, or well, all of my abilities, but more importantly my assassinate ability. And I pick up the next level of my blink, obviously working towards a combat blink. In I go with the decoy on top of the creep wave, though there isn't really anybody there. We just have the siege minion to take out, and that's a little bit more difficult if you are a melee hero to do this, because you've kind of got to dodge left and right to see who's behind it, see what's happening, see what's coming. I see Scylla on very low health. I try and take a dive on her but miss completely. I try going in there and manage to get the kill. Suddenly realise that their entire creep wave's chasing me as well as most of their gods, so I try and get out of there as quick as I can. I drop my decoy in the hope it'll just body block them slightly or slow them down. Uller teleports in front of me. I'm really doing everything I can to try and get out of here. I actually pick up a cheeky kill on their Uller on the way out. I see the axe coming in from Chak, so dodge out of the way of that. Loki's now getting a go on me, and I get taken out by their Loki. But our Scylla does manage to get a root on Loki. Not sure she picks up the kill on him at any point, as I pick up the next piece towards my Jotun's Wrath. So it wasn't too bad. I actually, at least I got a kill out of it. It wasn't terrible, as their Ao Kang picks up the kill on our Allure. We're just following T around at the moment onto Scylla. A lot of low health enemies there as Chunga picks up a kill, 2 kills, Scylla picks up a kill, and then our Chunga gets shut down by Ao Kang, who is incredibly powerful with his tornadoes and his ulti. So the team is ahead, 21 kills to 16. We are still ahead in tickets by about 50 as I run in on Chak and try and get the kill on him. And it's actually Uller that comes in and steals the kill there. A little bit cheeky, but I'll take the assist for my 6th assist of the match. In again with the decoy, just to try and keep the creeps focused on it. Although their Ao Kang has now dropped his tornadoes right on top of that. Little heal from Chunga there. See the ulti coming in from Ao Kang and just managed to sidestep out of the way, although I was on the edge of its range. Getting the decoy ready, but I can see the creep wave's quite far out, so I decide to wait for a few seconds until it's close. So I drop the creep wave on, so I drop the decoy on the creep wave. See Shaq going for our Scylla, so again I use my invisibility. I go in on him, suddenly realise this isn't working out too well for me. I actually use my assassinate to land on him, and I do get the kill. I sacrifice myself in the process, but it was a bit of a silly move really. I should have maybe withdrew. Now, it's actually a week or so ago when I played this match, so it's not all that fresh in my mind, but I seem to recall that the team weren't really gelling all that well. Sometimes you have good games where people play very well as a team, and everyone seems coordinated, everyone seems to know what everyone else is doing, and they work really well together. And then you have these other games where people just kind of run around doing their own thing, and nobody really is there for each other. They don't help anybody out. And that's pretty much what it felt like a little bit in this particular match. And I don't always expect it to work out well as a team, because you know, you're playing with some random people. Sorry about the frame rate again, with a little stutter there. You're playing with some random people, so you don't necessarily know each other. You're not using any sort of communication such as TeamSpeak or Mumble or anything like that, or on Skype. So all of the communication is literally done using the in-game voice emote system, which not everybody uses or not everybody understands how to use. And even sometimes for those people that do, they don't always listen or work together anyway. So there Loki's getting quite ballsy. He actually does an awful lot of damage. I try and chase him off, and we've got 3 of us chasing him at the moment, and I decide that's probably a waste of time because there's a creep wave getting towards our portal. I was going to go and clear that up, but then I see my chance on Allure, so I jump in and take out Allure, and then decide to try and mop up the rest of the creep wave that Changa has got engaged over there. So in I go and drop the decoy, just watching out for Chak's axe there. In he comes. I use my Assassinate to jump in on him. I actually get a hit, but didn't do enough to stun him. Keep chasing him down. He's got his heal on. It's me or him here, and I do manage to pick up the kill as I run back out towards the fountain. See if I can get the next upgrade. I think it's towards my... Is it my Princess that I'm working towards now? I think it is, yeah. So 28 to 19, we are still ahead on kills. In comes the ulti from Ao Kang, and dodge out of the way of that again. As you can see, a lot of our guys have got very low health from the combination of his tornado and his ulti. I pop my vanish, and he knows exactly what's coming. He drops down his tornado right on top of where he is, so he's pretty confident that I'll run into it if I go for him, and he was absolutely correct. Changa gets the kill on Ao Kang, and I do pick up the assist as Ao Kang goes down to their Loki. We all start chasing him down. In goes my vanish in the hope that I can catch up with him. So I decide to go for their Chak, who was teleporting out, but I was a second too late. My blink's on cooldown, and I see my opportunity to go for Scylla. I get the assist, although Allure picks up the kill. And this is the time to pick off some of the creep wave. Our Scylla gets their Allure. A little bit confusing this game because we've got a Scylla on both teams. We've also got a Loki on both teams and an Allure on both teams. See the decoy going down from their Loki there to try and slow down the creep minion, the siege minion. It didn't help too much. In comes the ulti once again from Ao Kang. Just managed to dodge out of the way, but Scylla's not quite so lucky. In I go on to their Loki. Once again, he manages to get away from me. He pops his vanish. I didn't see where he went. I try like a maniac to hit their Ao Kang. I do manage to get him eventually, as I then start chasing down Chak, trying to get him. He's popping every ability that he has got. Our Changa's chasing him down as well. I think he's going to get away here. There's not an awful lot I can do. Try and chase him down. I'm being targeted by the tower. Had to make a quick on-the-fly evaluation there. Do I risk getting a few more hits from the tower and trying to finish him? And I decide to run away there. Loki takes an attack on me. If Loki does attack from his vanished position, it does actually put a bleed on you, so your health does continue to go down for a second or two after your hit, as I pick up the rest of my Quinsass. And decide it's probably useful for me to pick up a sprint just so I can run people down more easily and so I can outrun their Loki if the need arises. As useful as Combat Blink is, it does have a lousy 3-minute cooldown. So I try and go in on Chak here when I do in fact pick up the kill, though I get hit with everybody's ability on the way out of there. Definitely an Ao Kang one at least. Back in just to top up my health, just poke my head in and out the fountain. Loki takes our Scylla. Decoy on their creep wave. Assassinate in on their Ao Kang. Managed to pick up the kill. Think about going for their Loki and then realise, well, he'll probably outrun me anyway, so let's just help mop up the creep wave. See their Chak coming forwards. In goes the decoy. Hit my invisibility, try and get around behind Chak. Hopefully he won't notice. I didn't quite get behind him, so I lost my ability. I think he actually got a blink there. He actually got out of there pretty quick. In goes Loki on me with the backstab, and I get hit by the tornado from Ao Kang. So I took a lot of damage there. I'm running for my life. Hopefully I can get back before somebody picks me off. And just about managed to get back in one piece. So I'm going to start going for my next item now. Can't remember what it was because it was a while ago. Looks like I'm going for the Void Shield. Gives me a physical protection debuff aura. So anyone that's actually, any enemies that are around me actually sort of get an armor debuff while they're near me. So it benefits not just myself but the entire team. Thinking about going on there Loki and decided not to because he seems to have bested me in almost every fight we have. I was going to go on their Ao Kang there, but Allure was hitting me in the back, so I decided to dodge out. A very quick decoy down there just to try and delay that creep wave. I'm in real trouble here, but I stopped the creep wave getting through. Not sure how many creeps there were. It was probably better to let 3 creeps go through and not feed them 5 points for my kill, but sometimes you just think, or at least just hope, that your team's there to back you up, and you do something hoping that someone will follow up on it, and it doesn't always work out that way. Again, a little bit of frame drop here. I do apologise for the couple of these frame drops that have been on this video, but these frame drops actually coming from the original recording, not at the time of the editing or from the YouTube upload. As you can tell by the fact that the commentary's fine. The commentary isn't stuttering, apart from my usual stutters. Obviously an issue with shadow play. I'll have to have a look into a different method of recording these videos. Although, as I said to someone the other day, I really just play Smite for fun, and it's just a case of when I get a good game, or a game that seems fun and enjoyable, I'll just literally hit shadow play to start recording. It means I don't have to have recording software like Fraps or anything running in the background. It doesn't cause any performance issues during the playback of the game. But then sometimes you do get these little frame drops, which I can understand are quite annoying. And I'd prefer not to have them because it doesn't look too great on the video either. In fact, this seems to be one of the worst offending videos for it so far. So once again, my apologies for that. As we all gang up on Czech. It isn't me that gets the kill, I do get the assist. Suddenly realised that their Loki is on me. I couldn't do an awful lot about that, and I just hit my vanish and go in like a madman, try to do as much damage as possible. We're still ahead on kills though, 41 to 31, 10 kills ahead. We are still ahead by over 50 tickets. Now currently we are all dead, which is not a great position to be in. 3 more seconds and we're all back out into the battlefield, and there we go. At least the team's a little bit more unified when they've all died, because they all come out of the fountain together. Massive creep wave coming in. I suddenly drop my decoy as Alcan goes in with his hurricane and his ulti. So myself and Tyr going on Shuck, I managed to pick up the kill. And then their Loki goes on me and Tyr. Tyr's actually backed out, but he does come in again and save my ass and picks up the kill on their Loki. Decide to start chasing down Ao Kang, and I pick up the kill on Ao Kang. Almost get out of the way of Scylla's AoE, but she does just manage to clip me on the edge of it, and that is my 7th death. So 13 kills for 7 deaths and 12 assists. It isn't a very good KD. Like I said, I'm not very good with assassins, but at least it's a positive KD. You know, so far the game is winning for us, and I have managed to pick up myself a couple of kills, and there's another one to add to the collection as I pick off their allure. Just backing out because of the bleed that I've got on me. So only 9 tickets left for the game. I decide to sprint in with my invisibility, pop down my decoy just to halt the creep wave. I hit GG because I figure that there's no way they're going to come back from this close to the end. And there we go. Scylla gets the kill on Czech and picks up the final kill. So that's 48 kills to 36. And in my favour, that's 14 kills and 7 deaths. So quite happy with that, even though, as I said, I'm not all that good with the assassins. I don't have that good of situational awareness, and I'm much better just staying in the distance and picking people off like that. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying these videos, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.